Hi everyone! Today, we're talking about the review of medieval movie in terms of sex, nudity, violence, gore, and profanity. Please note that while we do our best to avoid spoilers, it's impossible to hide every detail, and some important plot elements may be revealed. Before the detailed evaluation, let me briefly mention the plot of the movie. The movie is the story of 15th-century Czech icon and warlord Jan Zizka, who defeated the armies of the Teutonic Order and the Holy Roman Empire. The film stars Ben Foster, Sophie Lowe, and Michael Caine. Let's move on to the evaluation results. The film has been rated R by the MPAA ratings due to strong and grisly violent content throughout, and some nudity. In terms of sexual content, violence, and strong language, it has been assigned 6, 9, and 2 points out of 10, respectively. The movie includes a rape scene with nudity, an implied sex scene with nudity, and a few kissing scenes. The details of these scenes are the following: men attack a village, beating humans and burning homes, and a woman is slammed in opposition to a table. Her dress gets torn open and she is raped. We see her naked breasts and the man thrusting. An absolutely nude girl sits on a mattress. Sex is implied, and we see her naked breasts, side, hip, and leg while a man is stroking her thigh. It's implied that she is the man's mistress, however that he's engaged to another girl. A guy kisses a woman tenderly. A woman touches a man's neck and they lean towards each other to kiss. A woman's skirt lifts to show her naked knee and she covers it up fast. Women put on low-cut dresses that reveal cleavage in some scenes. So, the sex, nudity point is assigned as 6 out of 10 for this movie. This film includes many brutal fighting scenes with swords, arrows, knives, spears, and maces, leaving many dead with bloody wounds and missing limbs, a kidnapping, and many arguments. The details of these scenes are the following: a guy using a heavy mace rides on horseback and moves numerous different guys, inflicting harm to their faces and throwing them to the floor, while he receives off his horse. He makes use of the weapon to obliterate one guy's face. We see the harm and blood. He breaks another guy's leg on the shin. We see the leg snap unnaturally with a variety of blood and the guy screams. And the man beats another guy again and again with the weapon whilst the person is at the floor. We listen crunching and squishing, and a man is shown with a bloody gouge on his head later. A young guy is shown impaled on a pole via the back and dangles together along with his feet off the floor whilst blood pours right into a puddle on the floor. He whimpers and we see blood in his mouth, and a person embraces him and stabs him, killing him. We hear the crunch. Many armed people face off in a field. One side launches many arrows after the opposite side set bundles of hay on fire, resulting in smoke filling the air. The guys use a timber barricade to defend themselves from the arrows. And men on a horseback ride through the smoke carrying spears, and the guys in the back of the barricades push blades through, stabbing the attackers. Blood spurts. Many guys combat, and a man is stabbed as he enters the area from a closed door. He falls dead. Many heavy blows land. Humans are stabbed and speared, and arrows strike with a lot of blood. Squishing and crunching. A man's throat is slit, blood spurts, and a part of a man's arm is reduced off. We see the remaining bloody flesh. A man is thrown over a wall and crashes onto rocks below. Blood spurts. Another guy is thrown off the wall and we see him land in water still alive. And a girl stands on a wall and lets herself fall into the water as 2 men fall in the water in combat. One guy hits the other guy in the head with a rock and he sinks motionless. A man descends a hill, stabs one man in the back, beats another, and cuts off his head with a saw, while the others watch in horror and flee, blood and a severed head visible. Men fighting in caves. One man bites off the nose out of another man's face. Bloody results seen. Another having his face and eyes slit. Blood and bruised eyes seen. And more fights, stabbing, bloodshed, and beating are seen. A man is stabbed and his blade appears to be drawn into his abdomen twice. He bleeds from his mouth, but does not die. He lies on the ground with blood on his mouth and the attacker stands over him with a sword. He attacks him. A man is stabbed in his back and falls dead. A crunch is heard and his blade is seen passing through his chest. A man on his knees is stoned by other men and we see his bloody face. The man kills him by hitting him on the head with a large rock. Two groups of men fight stabbing and punching in a tunnel near a lion's cage, leaving one man injured and leaning against the cage. A lion bites him through an iron grate, rips off his arm, and later we see the lion bite the man's head. The lion's cage is opened and he tramples the man as he escapes. A man is grabbed and bitten. You can see the head in the lion's jaws. Another man is attacked from behind while banging on the locked door. Several men in an enclosed courtyard are fired upon by shooters and they are all beaten to death. Blood is visible. A man tries to stab another man in a carriage, and the man in the carriage shoots him with a crossbow arrow. Blood splatters. Several scenes show bloody, dismembered corpses strewn on the ground after violent encounters. Many corpses hang on branches, and discolored flesh can be seen on their faces and legs. A woman is brought into a church room where she is grabbed, gagged, and taken away by a man. Later we see her hiding under a pile of corpses. You can see blood on the corpses. A woman washes the blood from her hands after stabbing someone. A woman mourns the death of a dead man. A woman has a large scar, like a burn, on the side of her face left by a violent encounter with a man. Some scenes show women screaming and protesting violent acts. We see corpses strewn on the ground and people beating other people. Everything is a mess. We also hear of plagues. Some scenes show people practicing and training how to use swords and other weapons. People spit in some scenes. You can see the saliva. So, due to all these scenes, the violence gore point is assigned as 9 out of 10 for this movie. In the movie, we hear about one scatological term, 2 mild obscenities, name-calling, insane, thief, heretics, morons, and 10 religious exclamations. For example, "My Lord, we're doing God's work here. God's will. God will deliver her to me. The King's law is God's law. Jesus, in the name of God, God's warriors, pray to God." So, profanity point is assigned as 2 out of 10 for this film. Let's sum up. The medieval movie is rated R, meaning restricted, by the MPAA ratings due to strong and grisly violent content throughout, and some nudity. Moreover, in terms of 3 different categories which are sex, nudity, violence, gore, and profanity, it has been given 6, 9, and 2 points out of 10, respectively. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment the movies that you want to be reviewed below. See you next time.